Sagittarius, welcome to your mid-month tune-up. This is just kind of a check-in to see how things are going. This is for December 2020. I did shuffle these cards. I did lay them out, and just as I laid them out, the video cut out on me. So I decided, you know what, let's just scrap it and let's just start with this, with what I had pulled, and I'll pull the clarifiers on screen. If this resonates, consider a personal reading. Just send me an email and we can make that happen. Other things I just want to mention, check out, I'm uploading my 2020 Sun Moon readings, so make sure you put your requests in for those. Check out I'm choking, your 2019 Sun Moon readings that are my playlist. Ask me a question on Instant Go. Check me out on Facebook and Insta. Like, share, subscribe, and or donate in the link below. Sorry, I just woke up from a nap, so I'm a little bit a little bit off. Okay, so general energies, we have the Eight of Pentacles in reverse, and what I was getting from this is whatever you've worked on, whatever, we have this spider and he's working on this very intricate web. I feel like whatever you've been working on, I don't know for what period of time, and I don't know what it is because it's a general reading, you're kind of like stepping back and you're realizing your efforts are futile. You know, you're in some kind of cycle where you're doing things the way that you've always done them. And these patterns aren't really kind of getting you anywhere in terms of success or accomplishing goals or forward movement or what have you. So there's this frustration where you just kind of feel like, you know, what do I do now? I mean, I'm constantly putting work in. Nothing seems to be happening. Sometimes this can be about perfectionism. You want things to be perfect, so you're putting a lot of work into it. And of course, we know perfect or being perfect is just a fallacy. That's not a possibility. That actually limits your views, limits your productivity because of the endpoint you're kind of making for yourself. But I mean, I just kind of get that you're sitting back on your heels going, you know what? I can't keep on doing this the way that I'm kind of doing this. So where do I go from now? What am I going to do with my life? Okay. And it's the end of the year. A lot of people make kind of decisions like this at the end of the year, I find. In the challenge position, we have the High Priestess and the upright. So the challenge is you're kind of approaching everything externally from the surface, logically. Okay. What you see is what you get. And whatever that is, that's how you're going to deal with it. It's a real logical perspective. And the High Priestess is about deciding what you're going to do based on your intuition. What feels right? What in your gut says is the right way to go or what you should do. Since it's in the challenge position, you're not connecting with your internal self and your intuition. Again, I just think you're dealing with everything concrete that you see, the facts, the X, Y, Z. And I think this is what has you in this hole that you keep on kind of cycling through, because even though it seems like, you know, it should make sense on paper, sometimes there's layers beyond paper that we need to address in order to reach goals, okay? Advice, we have the Eight of Swords, and this kind of continues in this line of thinking, because Eight of Swords is being sort of trapped within your own mind. So, you know, they're kind of letting you know whatever is going on right now is what you're creating within your own mind. Whatever prison or however you feel you're stuck, you created it yourself. So if you created it yourself, you yourself can release yourself from it. So, you know, what is it about you that keeps on, you know, what is it in your mind that you're thinking the same way that ends up yielding the same result? So for instance, you know, the Eight of Swords in the upright could be continuing to, you know, find yourself in the same relationship or stuck in the same type of job or, you know, or stuck in a contract or whatever, but it's decisions that you made within your mind that caused you to kind of be stuck in it. So, you know, what about that? What about your persona is causing this to happen? And they're calling for, you know, deep exploration, saying that you're the one that can free yourself from this. You have the keys. And they're telling you how to do it here with the High Priestess. So there's the key right there, or part of it. Now, this is definitely going to be a month of decisions because there's two cards here of decisions. The Two of Wands showing you moving forward for the middle of December is really about, you know, visions and plans and how things are going to be different. You want things to be different. You crave for things to be different. You crave to take that road of risk to see what it yields. But then that other part of you kind of craves security and comfort. So you're kind of deciding which way are you going to go? How are you going to go with this? You know, some of you might actually have a lot of fire in your chart and a lot of water in your chart, and the water is calling for you to be very secure and stay where you are and stay put, stay with what you can count on, and then your fire is kind of calling to you to go find the latest adventure, take that chance to put you in a different place. And I feel like while this duality is going on in regards to decisions, your plans, your partnerships you're going to make, you're just kind of sitting tight. Two of Wands is never a card of action for me. It's a card of just kind of sitting, the 2 and the 3, or just kind of surveying the situation, trying to figure out what to do, waiting on something to pan out or something to come in, or, you know, waiting on results of something before you go ahead and make that move. I mean, here he is on this incredible beast with this horn, and I feel like he's ready to charge, but, you know, he just is waiting a little while to kind of see what's going to happen before this beast like charges off with him on top of it. But right now he's saying, you know, stand down, let's just sit, let's just kind of see what happens. And the way he's looking, he sees it. I mean, he sees it, and he's really excited to kind of jump on it, but he's not certain. He's waiting on something to happen before he makes this decision. So let's see what's going on here. Why is this 8 of Pentacles here in the reverse for Sagittarius for mid-December? Who is this person? What is this energy? Additional messages for the 8 of Pentacles in reverse for Sagittarius. Who is this person? What is this energy? Yep. Reason why you aren't making any progress. Now we have the High Priestess in reverse. The reason why you're stuck, because your intuition is blocked. And as a result of your intuition being blocked, you know, you aren't making the right decisions. You're actually going down the wrong path because you're not doing what you feel. You're not doing internally what you feel is right to do. You're kind of suppressing that. And it's not getting you, like I said, where you need to go. And the 7 of Pentacles in reverse kind of has you looking at all the work you've done and how it's yielded nothing for you. So, you know, 7 of Pentacles is pretty much telling you, stop putting energies into something the way that you've been doing it. Look around you. What has it yielded for you? Nothing. I mean, now everything's tedious. Everything's mundane. It hasn't really produced anything that you've expected it to produce. The 6 of Pentacles to me is saying you deserve a situation where as hard as you work is what you get paid. Whatever you put in a relationship is what you're going to get back. You need reciprocity. You need a situation that has reciprocity. It doesn't make sense for you to continually dump your efforts into work, into a relationship, into you know, a friendship or whatever, if you aren't going to be getting back what you're putting in. And they're telling you this is how things work in terms of relationships. This is how things work in terms of, and it could be any kind of relationship within, you know, between your boss and yourself, or romantic or friendship or whatever. They're saying this is what you deserve, this is what you need. How are you going to go about getting it? And that your decision should be based on that concept of reciprocity and getting the respect that you deserve. Why is this High Priestess here on the upright for Sagittarius? Who is this person? What is this energy? Additional messages for the High Priestess on the upright for Sagittarius in the challenge position. You got to dig a little deeper. I think it's going to be uncomfortable. I mean, I think there's things you're not going to want to kind of feel about yourself or connect with within yourself. There's answers you're going to have to own up to, I feel like. Okay, we have the 3 of Pentacles in reverse, we have the Ace of Wands, and we have the 10 of Pentacles. So I almost feel like this, okay, part of what I'm getting is you aren't valued, okay? So that's the challenge. And it kind of goes back to the 6 of Pentacles here. So whether it be in a relationship or where you work or what have you, nobody's realizing your value, nobody's realizing your worth. And it kind of makes whatever you're doing suck. I mean, who's going to be excited about doing anything if they aren't recognized for, you know, how great they are? I mean, we all kind of crave that. We all want to be recognized for our value and what we're worth. And because of this, this is preventing you from being excited about anything, passionate about anything, you know, or it's preventing you from having a new beginning about, you know, something that makes you want to jump out of bed in the morning. It doesn't, you know, you don't want to act on anything. You don't want to do anything. You don't have any passion or anything like that. And also it's holding you back from a stable home. It's holding you back from making the money that you should be making for the long term. It could be holding you back from planning for long term. So the Ten of Pentacles sometimes could be, you know, building your assets or building an inheritance or your retirement or whatever, so you have financial security for the long term. Okay, this is all kind of feeding into, or a committed relationship. And this is all part of your challenge position here. And it pretty much just comes down to, you know, what your expectations are based on the norm, or you know, it's almost like you're viewing it like it's a mathematical problem. Okay, 2 + 2 should equal 4, and that's how it should be, and that's not how it's adding up. So you know, you continue to rework the problem over and over again and say, okay, well, is there a variation of 2? Because 2 + 2 has to equal 4. So, you know, why isn't this? And not even realizing that math is the norm. You know, and whatever this is doesn't apply to that kind of formula. And I think you're having a hard time wrapping your head around that. I know that was a weird analogy, but for those of you that resonates, you'll get it. Why is this Eight of Swords here in the upright? Who is this person? What is this energy? Eight of Swords in the upright in the advice position. So, I mean, they're literally saying with the Eight of Swords, you know, change your way of thinking. Why is the Three of... Wait, Magician card in reverse. Okay, so you don't want to kind of change your way of thinking, because I feel like there's something in your past. There's something that you kind of recall upon. It was heartbreak, it was loss. It might have been financial loss, emotional loss, financial loss, betrayal, and it was a result of this Magician card in reverse. It was somebody who tricked you, somebody who tried to manipulate you, somebody that wasn't showing you the truth, somebody convinced you to do something that you wouldn't ordinarily do. And this is kind of like, this is a residual that's still kind of affecting you, a residual energy that's affecting you, because here you are with the Five of Pentacles, having coming out of that. You came out of that struggle. You came out of that difficult time you went through, and you got your confidence back, and it caused you to kind of look at things and say, I'm never going to get into a situation like that. But kind of doing that to yourself is what makes you create your own mental prison. So now you're in your own mental prison now, because of one thing that happened, or one person that did something that is no reflection of the future or the other people or the other situations that are out there, yet you're using this as your map to guide you in major decisions in life. Why is this Two of Wands here in the upright for Sagittarius? Who is this person? What is this energy? Additional messages for the Two of Wands in the upright for a Sagittarius. Who is this person? What is this energy? Queen of Wands in reversed. Knight of Cups. I feel like this person's still in your energy. Either this person's still in your energy, or it's I forgot the other thing I was going to say. Or they come back. Okay, that's what I was going to say. And so we have two here, and we have the Two of Cups here. So you're kind of, for something you're deciding, and you're kind of seeing what kind of relationship you want, and you want to have that bond to somebody. You want to have that connection, somebody you can open your heart up to, a twin flame, a soulmate, somebody that has the same values and shares the same values as you. But this person's still in the background, or they're coming back. I feel like they're still in the background. I feel like they're still in your perimeter, and they're still kind of messing with you a little bit. I mean, the Queen of Swords in reverse. I feel like, you know, maybe you've decided to move on. And again, the Two of Cups, even though it's likely to be a romantic situation we have here, but it doesn't have to be. It can be a business partnership. It can be a friendship. You wanting that kind of connection. And I feel like this person here wanted that with you. And they're still kind of like in your perimeter, making themselves present. And I feel like you're looking beyond them to this, because this is what you want. So this other person can have the characteristics of being vengeful. They can be someone who's bitter, somebody who, you know, the Queen of Swords in reverse is a rather bitchy person. She doesn't have any compassion. She can say some of the meanest things because she has steely words that just cut. This Knight of Cups, this is a person who was emotionally unavailable, didn't commit, somebody who disappointed you greatly, somebody who has intimacy issues, but yet they're very jealous. They don't want anybody else to have you, and they can be abusive. They can be emotionally abusive or physically abusive, and they demand a lot of attention. They want a lot of attention. So, you know, this person is like still in your perimeter, and here you are looking past them, trying to, get this here. Let me pull one more card on this. Additional card for the Two of Wands. Oh, okay. And they're saying to you that the only way that this is going to happen is if you free yourself from that mental prison, okay? So you need to look at people differently, look at things differently, be open to people, to what they have. You have to be vulnerable. You have to take that risk. You can't judge everybody by this person here, okay? Everyone's not going to be like that. And even though this person hurt you deeply, in whatever sense, or betrayed you, or whatever they did, it doesn't mean going forward every connection that you're going to have is going to be like that. So you need to free yourself from your thought processes, because that's not the reality. It's just your perception, okay? So go out there and get what you deserve the middle of December, okay? And sometimes people like that, they can change, believe it or not. So that was another way that this can actually go, is that yes, you kind of went through this, you came out of the struggle, you remember how this person was, and you're kind of, they've come back or they've revisited, and you're kind of studying them carefully, deciding which way are you going to go. Are you going to risk it with this person, or are you going to keep it safe and not have anything to do with them? Because you did have a connection to them, and maybe it's just your perception of them and not even opening up to the possibility that they've changed for the better, which I get, because some people are like, once burned, twice shy kind of deal. I get that, but you might end up giving this person another chance in having a really good connection. Maybe they've learned from their past or whatever, and have decided to make changes, because people do that all the time. But I'm going with scenario number one. That was just kind of a secondary thing in case some of you did want to give this person a chance. Alrighty, so that's all I have for Sagittariuses for the middle of December. Just so you know, I am running a 24-hour turnaround special. Look for that video in my videos. It lasts until midnight, December 1st. If you book before then, you get your reading in 24 hours, plus you get bonus minutes. And then other than that, post up your 2020 sun moon request, check out your 2019 sun moons, ask me a question on Instant Go, check me out on Facebook and Insta, like, share, subscribe, and or donate. Otherwise, adios from Veronica Garnet. Bye.